China's modern history has gone through two generations of leaders named Ping. First, let's learn about Deng Xiaoping, who laid the foundation for China's success today. Deng Xiaoping was born on August 22, 1904. His family was a family of educated landowners who had both money and vision. As soon as he was 16 years old, Deng Xiaoping was sent to France to study abroad. This was also the place where Marxism-Leninism enlightened his life. After a few years, he returned to his homeland. With outstanding qualities, he held a command post in Chinese Red Army. At that time, Chiang Kai-shek's Kuomintang was squeezing Mao Zedong's Communist Party harshly. The Chinese Communist Party, in order to preserve its forces, withdrew in a large-scale military operation. After a journey of more than 12,000 kilometers, lasting 370 days, facing harsh weather and terrain, fighting against the Nationalist Army, the Communist Party's army lost 79,000 people. Deng Xiaoping was one of the lucky soldiers who survived. Therefore, his position was raised rapidly. Deng Xiaoping's career during Mao Zedong's reign was quite ups and downs. After the great failure of the Great Leap Forward campaign, changing from cultural to industry initiated by Mao Zedong from 1958 to 1960, Deng Xiaoping had very good remedial policies. As a result, he was respected by the Chinese Communist Party Congress, but also hated by Mao Zedong, leading to him being purged twice during the Cultural Revolution campaign. When Mao Zedong died in 1976, in December 1978, Deng Xiaoping became China's supreme leader at the age of 74. At this time, China was very chaotic both in terms of economy and national unity. Relations between Vietnam and the Soviet Union also increased tension. But the older the ginger, the spicier it gets. As soon as taking the power, Deng Xiaoping made a series of reforms and opened up border straits to revive economy. Besides, in order to consolidate the power and lower the prestige of Vietnam, after the legendary victory on April 30, 1975, he launched the Vietnam-China border war, causing unforgettable crimes against the Vietnamese people. Since 1979, China continuously harassed the northern border of Vietnam, but slandered that Vietnam had intimidated and provoked first. Combining the data collected by Vietnam and China, there are three main reasons Deng Xiaoping attacked Vietnam. One is to reduce the force that Vietnam was supporting Cambodia against the Khmer Rouge, so that China could use Khmer Rouge forces to control Cambodia. Second is to probe the Soviet Union to see whether or not there is any action to help Vietnamese ally when there was a war or not. And the third is to sabotage Vietnam's plan for the federation of the three Indo-Chinese countries. Unfortunately, before the influence of the Soviet Union in Southeast Asia, on February 17, 1979, full-scale conflict officially broke out. The fierce battle lasted for a short month and then stopped. China declared that it was not ambitious even for an inch of Vietnamese territory, but in fact, China enrolled all about 60 kilometers, including the provinces of Lao Cai, Lang Son, Hà Giang, and Cao Bằng. 10 years later, the Vietnamese people fought persistently to regain territorial integrity. In 1991, the Soviet Union disintegrated, and China also withdrew its troops from the Vietnamese border. The two sides normalized the relationship. However, the blood and murders of more than 4,000 fallen soldiers and thousands of wooden soldiers were still inscribed in Vietnamese history forever. The Vietnam-China campaign wasn't completely over. Deng Xiaoping's leadership position had a fatal blow, which was the 1989 Tiananmen incident. The reforms in 1980, when the new party came to power, led to a nascent market economy that was good for some people but also detrimental for many others. The wave of protest by students and young intellectuals was expanded. To quell the movement, Deng Xiaoping announced to kill 200,000 people in exchange for 20 years of stability. Then a third of the main force was ordered to enter Beijing. More than 300,000 soldiers, tanks, and machine guns caused the bloodiest carnage in Chinese history. As a result of this event, the party's power was significantly reduced, and there was also opposition to the reform of the Communist Party. In the spring of 1992, when Deng Xiaoping was 88 years old, he followed Mao Zedong's lead in a play to patrol the south to suppress dissident factions. However, due to the fact that most of his power was taken away, when he returned to Beijing, his health was exhausted, so at the end of his life, he did not create any waves. Deng Xiaoping died on February 19, 1997 of Parkinson's disease and pneumonia. Before he died, he told everyone not to leave ashes, but to sprinkle them all into the sea. This action on the surface is to intimate to Enlai. In fact, it's afraid of the body being eliminated. Although cruel and ruthless, it is undeniable that Deng Xiaoping left a great legacy that is the premise for China's amazing economic development later. That's all about today. Let's wait for the next video. Goodbye.